What's going on, people? It's been a minute. But we're here to do the 2020 mock NFL draft. Um, if you want to ask where I've been, what I've been up to, that's cool. But, you know, for this, we're just going to focus on the draft, okay? I I usually respond to comments, all that good stuff, and I appreciate some of you guys reaching out. That was really cool. So, since he's up first, we got the Bengals taking Joe Burrow. Not really a lot to talk about. And two, with the Redskins, we got them taking Chase Young. Not a lot to say on the first two. Like, if there's no trades, those should be the first two guys off the board. You got two home run guys that, barring maybe injuries or something really off happening, those are going to be two really, really good players. Not a lot of risk. Lions, now, for those of you that don't know, both the general manager and the coach of the Lions, Quinn and Patricia, have been given one more year to be playoff contending. Now, a lot of people have gone Jeffrey Okudah out of Ohio State. If I had 1 year to be playoff contending, now I do like most of the Lions' threats as far as their offensive weapons, I would put myself in the best offensive position possible to make that happen. And when you have Jared Judy, for a 1 year thing, I would do that. If I was a coach that maybe had a little bit more leniency, or a general manager that did, maybe a few years, I'd 100% go Okudah. But Jared Judy, Alabama, pair him with Galladay and Marvin Jones, and whatever you can do, man, just outscore the opponents, get 8-9 wins, and get a contract extension. That's what I think they're gonna do. Even though it might not be the best. Isaiah and Judy's great. I'm just saying. Isaiah Simmons to the Giants next. As much as it breaks my heart, it makes the most sense here. Simmons is my favorite player in the draft. I love doing DB tape breakdowns and all that, and he is an absolute beast, even though he's going to be probably a linebacker. But he can play any position. He can rush the quarterback, not really an end, but he can rush the quarterback, linebacker, safety, corner, anything you want him to be. It's amazing. Dolphins, I have them going Herbert here. I've heard some things about them wanting to take Herbert, so yeah. I'm not super sold on him, but if the Dolphins like what they see and have things, injury concerns with Tua, I don't blame them. Chargers, go Tua, because they need a quarterback, and Phillips not going to come back. Panthers are in a tough spot because, you need a quarterback probably, but with 3 going right away, that's a little tough. But they do need help on the defensive line, and Panther fans may not like this because it's not like a, Jared Judy or a Joe Burrow or a Chase Young, but Derek Brown out of Auburn is insanely talented. Please watch some highlights, please. And if the Panthers draft him at 7, it's kind of a steal, and trust me, they're not going to regret it. 8, Cardinals. Now, as much as Cardinal fans, I've been seeing a lot of slam dunk CeeDee Lamb. Slam dunk CeeDee Lamb. Bro, if you don't have any offensive linemen, it doesn't matter what receivers you have. They went heavy weapons last year. They're going, and this is a big wide receiver class. Please, please, please. So the Cardinals have several more rounds to draft really, really good receivers that would be normally top 3 receivers in other drafts. So I wouldn't trip so hard. I have them going Jedrick Wills. I want to say all the names right. Out of Alabama. Offensive tackle. Really protect Kyler Murray. That's what you need to do. Because Kyler can extend plays. He's really athletic. He's really good. You already have a lot of pieces. And if you pick up Wide receiver that falls to the second, maybe a Brandon Ayuk, keep him in stake. You don't need every pick to be super, eye-opening. Panthers. Oh, God. I've been off YouTube for a minute. Jacksonville Jaguars, of course. My brother's favorite team. Now, he's been falling enough, okay? We got Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback, Ohio State University, going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is a stud. He will fill in for Ramsey perfectly. And you know what? If the Jaguars play their cards right and he develops well and he wants to stay there, it might have been a blessing in disguise for them to move on from Jalen. We got the Browns next. Now, the Browns also need a lot of offensive line help. That was their biggest problem. I don't think Odell will get traded. I think they'll be fine. They just need some more help. So the Browns, I have them going Andrew Thomas out of Georgia, offensive tackle. Really, really just beef up that O-line. Give Baker and those weapons time, man, and block for Chubb. So that's what I have them doing. The New York Jets. Now, you can argue the Jets could go a lot of different directions, especially if Robbie Anderson leaves. Maybe receiver. But I have them going A.J. Epineza out of Iowa. Defensive end, edge rusher. It's listed as their top need, but I could easily see them going for a home run type receiver like a CeeDee Lamb, like a Henry but I think they want to do just killer defense. You got Le'Veon Bell, just work with what you got. And like I said, same with the Cardinals and the Jaguars and any other team that probably wants a receiver. You can wait till the second round just fine. You'll be okay. Raiders cannot wait. That's my team. They're getting CeeDee Lamb. And that's not because I'm a homer. If they got Henry Ruggs, that would be totally fine with me. But I'm just, if you're the Raiders and CeeDee Lamb falls in your lap, you'd be moronic not to jump on it. Colts. Oh, what do we want to do with the Colts? Quarterback, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if they would do that. I mean, they might. But you know what they're going to? They're going to take Jordan Love out of Utah State. And yeah. Look at that. Tampa Bay, team needs tackle, interior defense alignment, quarterback, edge, just a lot of different things. But you know what? Tristan Wirfs, tackle out of Iowa, going to the Bucks. There you go. You got the offensive tackle help. And I think they might be a dark horse for picking up Teddy Bridgewater. That's what I think, because you would be put in a fantastic situation if you're Teddy. Makes sense for the Bucks, makes sense for Teddy. And you just get another piece to protect him. I think it makes sense. Broncos. So you could go Henry Ruggs here. You could go, but I think Simmons goes, and I think you just replace him right away. I think you go Grant Delpit, safety out of LSU. And you might say, why? I don't think it needs an explanation. Grant Delpit he was given an award for, best DB in the country. You lose Simmons, it sucks, but you replace him with someone who might even come in and be a little bit better right away. That's pretty cool. Falcons need edge help and corner help. But they're going edge because Vic Beasley ain't it. So, Kalavon Chason, I hope I said that right. Edge, LSU, boom, goes the Falcons. The Dallas Cowboys. As tempting as Henry Ruggs would be, they're going to go Christian Fulton, cornerback out of LSU. A lot of LSU dudes going, but makes sense, right? So Dallas replaces Byron Jones, gets Christian Fulton. You love to see it. Now Miami now. What do we do here? We have a bunch of holes. You know, what do we do? What do we do? Here you go. And maybe a pick that doesn't make the most overall sense. Actually, no. I was going to do something else, but I'm not going to say what. But they are going to get Mackay Becton, tackle out of Louisville. A lot of tackles, a lot of offensive linemen. You guys may not love it, but I'm telling you, you got to get an offensive line or your team's going to not be very good. The Raiders, here we go. So, again, my team, what do I want to see them do? Now, there's so many different things that they could do, but I want you to keep in mind that they do not have a second pick, okay? So they don't have a pick in the second round, so that's tough. That's a tough one to swallow. Now, Murray is the safe pick out of Oklahoma at linebacker. I think they're going to follow kind of like what they did last year and just take a lot of the guys that were playing the last game of the season. I think they shock everybody and take Patrick Queen, who might be a late first rounder, early second rounder. I think they take Patrick Queen out of LSU, linebacker who destroyed Clemson in the game. Yeah, there you go. I like him over Murray. Jags. Well, you got to take Henry Ruggs, right? There you go. Jacksonville gets a lot more exciting to watch. Eagles. Really hated that Henry Ruggs pick go off the board, but they need a cornerback. C.J. Henderson out of Florida. Boom. Philly just got their best defensive back. Cool. The Buffalo Bills. I can't think of a more Buffalo Bills pick than T. Higgins, who I'm not super stoked on. I think he's really good. I think he's solid. And I think in most other draft classes, he'd be like the 2 guy, but he's not. So, and I don't think the Bills take a chance on a guy like I like Jalen Reagor out of TCU more. But I think the most Bills pick is T. Higgins, wide receiver out of Clemson. You know what you're getting. So, there you go. Patriots. They could go a lot of different things. But I personally am going to have them go Jacob Eason, quarterback out of Washington. Whether he starts right away or not, who knows, because the Brady thing, the thing about Dalton, whatever. Jacob Eason, quarterback out of Washington, is the next New England Patriot and is going to be Bill's project. Saints, where do we go here? They are going to get Kenneth Murray, linebacker out of Oklahoma, to really shore up that defense good. Murray is a good tackler. He's just solid all around. So Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma, is where we go there. The Minnesota Vikings need corner help. And Stephon Diggs' baby brother, Trayvon Diggs, is on the board. But I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not about making everybody happy. So the cornerback I like better, and it's going to shock a lot of people, is Jeff Gladney out of TCU. Okay, so just real quick, if they do this, honestly, it's a really, really smart move. Because Diggs is solid, and he's big, and he's... That is probably what they would do, honestly, because you know what you're getting. Gladney is not somebody to sleep on. He probably will sneak into the first round, if not early second round. He is extremely talented. And I think this would be the better choice, but I think obviously the home run is Trayvon Diggs with his brother, but I just like to be annoying. Now, the Dolphins, what do we want to do here? So, Yetur Gross-Matos, there's a whole thing with Penn State right now, so I'm not taking him on any of my things. So, we're going to go Curtis Weaver out of Boise State. Kind of like a linebacker edge hybrid. He's really solid. I think if need be, they could have him do a few rolls, really help him out. I think he's smart. The smart pick here. but they're going to go instead with a beast. Xavier McKinney, safety, Alabama. I'm very high on him. I think he's solid. Not like a crazy good great year, but very, very good player. I think he'll be fine. So Seattle is going to take Curtis Weaver out of Boise State because, boom, right in our laps. How awesome is that? And we get the Ravens, who really need wide receiver help. Now, what do? We got Laviska Shenault, who I think is awesome. We got Justin Jefferson, who's awesome. But here we go. Gonna take Jalen Reagor, the speed demon, out of TCU. Almost 6 foot, great size, great speed. Him and Ruggs. Little speed demons. They'll both be gone in the first round. And if you don't believe me, I mean, speed kills. The Raiders could get him, like at 12. You can't teach speed. Tennessee Titans. What do the Titans want? They have so many options. But the Tennessee Titans... man, I'm going to say this. They're going to go Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin. I know what you're saying, but you can't have, if you have a double-headed running back attack, whether you bring Henry back or not, man, Jonathan Taylor is a really good player. And, you beat people to death with the run. That way, if Henry gets hurt or tired, you just put in. There's no slowdown. Pack need a receiver, and how has Laviska Shenault fallen to us, right? Boom. Laviska Shenault Jr., wide receiver out of Colorado, a fantastic player, and probably even a better person. 6'2", got the size, help out Aaron Rodgers even more. Kansas City Chiefs are looking at this, and they're like, Trayvon Diggs is on the board. Fuck it. Yeah, let's go Trayvon Diggs. Now, they could go running back, but running backs last a long time. And then the San Francisco 49ers. And by the way, this is the Draft Network, so you could do your own mock drafts. I didn't do the last few order, so if you have a problem with that, I really don't care. They need a lot of things, but you know what? They're just going to go... I could do that. I'm not going to. Who would they even get? Ooh, you know what? I like this. Keep him right there. Out of California. Ashton Davis. May not be the craziest pick, but I've seen this kid play. Like you saw my reaction. He jumped off the board when I was going through the names. So Ashton Davis, safety out of Cal. Keep him right there. He loves everything that's going on. Corners kind of got took heavy. So did offensive linemen, which are some of the needs. Linebacker is not really great this draft. So there you go. Ashton Davis out of Cal. That is my mock draft. Thank you so much. Welcome me back. I might do more videos. I might not. But peace.